Good morning students, myself UK Singh, science teacher at ISL Monity Dhanbad. Today we are going to start a new chapter of class 9, that is natural resources. Now what are natural resources? The resources that are made available by the nature are known as natural resources, or the resources which occur naturally are known as natural resources. Okay, so what are the different kind of natural resources? Air, water, soil, these are some of the examples of natural resources, okay, that are available naturally. Okay, so these resources are of great importance to the biosphere. Now what is biosphere? Biosphere simply means the earth. Okay, biosphere simply means the earth. Okay, now one of such important resource is air. So what is air? Air is a mixture of gases, and as we all know that it consists of different kinds of gases which are necessary for the sustenance of life on earth. Okay, so these consist of major component is nitrogen gas, which accounts to about 78%, carbon dioxide, which is about 21%, and other gases. So these are required for the maintenance of life on earth. Okay, and these are of utmost important. For example, oxygen is required for respiration both in animals as well as in plants including human beings. Carbon dioxide required for photosynthesis. Okay, similarly other components are also important, like nitrogen is the important component which is required for the synthesis of protein and nucleic acid in living organism. Okay, so these are of great importance to mankind as well as the entire biosphere. Now what is the role of atmosphere in climate control? So climate is a very broad term, and climate, as we already studied in class 7, that climate is the average of about 25 years of a weather, that is weather pattern. Okay, it is a what you can say broad outline of the weather. Okay, so climate, how does atmosphere help in climate control? Now there are various factors that affect the climate, like rainfall, humidity, wind speed, etc. Okay, now first, one of such important things is the movement of air called winds. How winds are being generated, and winds have a important role in creating a particular kind of climate. Now how does movement of wind takes place? It's based upon the principle of heating. Whenever wind is actually the movement of air, whenever the air moves at a fast speed is known as wind. So how winds are being created? Now it is a property of the gas. Air is nothing but a mixture of gas. Property of gas that it expands on heating. You can visualize it in an empty vessel put over a flame, that the more time it is put over the flame, the more rapidly the warm air will move upwards, and you can feel that by putting your hands above it. Okay, so as the gas heats, it expands, it becomes lighter. Okay, now what will happen as the gas become lighter? It will move upwards, it will escape upwards. That all depends upon the gradients. Now for example, if the gas is heated at a very fast pace, then it moves to the area which is comparatively cooler, and the magnitude through which it moves, or the speed through which it moves, depends upon the gradient. That means the temperature difference between the corresponding air zones. Okay, the temperature difference. Okay, more there will be difference in the temperature, the faster it will move, and it will create wind. Now how does it happens? Actually happens in the biosphere or earth. Suppose that you know that the earth's surface is roughly spherical, and we all know that the earth's surface doesn't receive sunlight equally at all its zones or regions. For example, the equatorial regions will receive more sunlight, okay, and the polar region will receive less sunlight. That simply means that the polar regions in polar region the sunlight doesn't fall directly. In equatorial region it will fall directly, so the equatorial region will be obviously more heated. Now due to this temperature difference, the atmospheric heated at an uneven pace, as a result of which wind is created. Okay, and wind is one of the important factor which governs the climate of a particular place. Okay, now how does rainfall takes place? We must be familiar with the term water cycle. So water exists in three forms: solid, liquid, gas. There is continuous evaporation of water from the surface, from the hydrosphere or from the surface, and water is constantly changing into evaporating into gaseous forms, which settles down forming the clouds. Okay. Now whenever the movement of air takes place, and if the wind moves through the wind laden clouds, rainfall occurs. It also depends upon the particular position of a place, or its what you can say, it also depends upon the other factors, but still the movement of air causes winds. It also depends upon the other geographical factors like the presence and absence of higher mountain ranges, the ranges and its position from the sea level. Okay, so this is the basic factor which governs the rainfall of a particular area. Okay, so this movement of winds and other geographical factors are responsible for the rainfall. Okay, the next topic is air pollution. So what is air pollution? First of all, the standard definition of pollution is any kind of change in the physical, chemical or biological nature of a substance is known as pollution. So air, so from by going by this definition, that there will be change in the physical, chemical, biological nature of air. Now what has caused this change? Certainly due to certain unwanted substances or certain substances which are foreign to our atmosphere. Now this includes various kinds of gases produced by the burning of fossil fuels like the hydrocarbons, carbon dioxide in excess amount, although carbon dioxide is not considered as a pollutant, but in higher amount it is considered as pollutant. Okay, so air pollution is due to this kinds of things like burning of fossil fuels, coal, petroleum products. Okay, and one of the important aspects of air pollution is the presence of particulate matters. So we often ignore this concept of particulate matter. These particulate matters are produced due to construction work in the highways. Now what are these particulate matter? Particulate matters are those matters, these are simply sand or clay particles, but their size has become very less, as a result of which they causes problems and they are considered as air pollutant. Okay, so different effects of air pollution can be, okay, you can say increase in the respiratory diseases like emphysema, bronchitis. Okay, emphysema and bronchitis. Now how can we possibly check air pollution? The best way is to use we can say renewable sources like solar energy and other kind of clean fuels like CNG and LPG. Apart from this, directly we can control this air pollution by using such devices such as electrostatic precipitator, which reduces the pollution. Okay, which reduces the what you can say, the amount of pollutant released from the chimney of a factory. Okay, which can be used in factories and various industry. In vehicles, catalytic converters however can be used to control the pollutant coming out from the vehicles. After you get this video, the link will the class group will be open for all of you to ask your doubts you can also ask your doubts via my YouTube channel. Thank you.